All right, good morning, y'all. So, another problem. I don't know if I told you guys this, but this Ferris tire is flat. So I don't know if I told you guys, but and it's so freaking frustrated, with air tires. See, that right there makes this mower where I can't even run it. Because back when they built this mower, they did not put solid tires on. I guess they didn't put it on the mowers because who would not want? Now all my Exmarks got solid tires. The Scag came with solid tires, but back in the day they didn't put solid tires on when they built this mower. So I ordered a set of solid tires, and the feeling that I'm feeling right now, y'all, is why I'm so pro twills and airless tires, because this mower's down. And get this, I can't even put air in it. I can't even put air in the tire because the valve stem done went up in the rim. So I got a big cut. I got one big cut this week, that one of the cuts I bought that mower for this week, can't even use it on that cut. So I just, man, all these tires are solid. That machine, you can't have a flat. Now the Scag, I got the factory tires in there, but the front tires are solid. Now the tires that I ordered for that machine, and I'll put a description up in the link, you got to watch out when you're ordering those tires, because if you go to like Ferris dealer online, or get the Ferris name brand, it's like $250 for 2 of those tires, solid tires. But if you scour around a little bit on Amazon, I found 2 tires that are the exact same size, that are made for a Scag, and they got the black rim, no flats, and I ordered, and they were $149, I think. I'll put the image up in the video. But yeah, y'all, so all right, guys, good morning. It's Monday. It rained last night. We're not working today. I'm going over here to do that monthly that I got, the one that I'll show you. It's the one where that guy kept coming on here telling me that he wouldn't never do that and wouldn't never do this and all that. This will be, it pays $130. I can do it like I said, on a day like today. It's about 2.5 miles from my house. And y'all see that the Ferris is down because of air in a tire, because of a freaking air tire. See that, I just get so irritated, man, that I'd be willing to damn near spend anything to keep that from happening, because it's just, if it holds air, I don't want it. I'm telling you, man. Just about anal about that crap, man, because it's just, I don't know, man, it's just irritating as hell, when it doesn't have to be, So y'all see that the #1 mowers that I use are the Exmark mowers, and one of the reasons why they're #1 is because they can't have a flat tire. I mean, the Ferris is going to be the same way. But I got that big cut, that big pretty cut that we do over there. I can't remember how many acres it is. I don't know, is it 14 or something like that? It's a big cut with the big pretty house, and I usually do a drone video over there, and that's one of the cuts that I bought the Ferris for, right? I bought the Ferris for that cut specifically. One of them. That's one of the cuts. The other cut that I bought it for is the one I'm going to now. But as you see, I can't use the Ferris over there because it's got a freaking flat, stupid tire on the front caster, man. It's just stupid, man. Ugh. But I ordered them, and they will be, I'm hoping to get them, you know, by Thursday or so. But there's a lot of little stuff that I need to do, you know, today. Well, this week we got a lot of stuff. We got the lawns, but the lawns are not that, don't get that heavy until the end of the week. I'm able to, like today, you know, not work because me and Drew worked yesterday. So you always got to be thinking ahead of time, and you got to be looking at the weather, man. At least down here where I'm at, you got to look at the weather to put yourself in the best scenario. And you know, on Sunday, you can't go to every property that I do. I can't go on a Sunday, but I can on some, and that's what me and Drew did yesterday. We made about $400, and we got critical properties out of the way for today, to where, because I had a feeling it was going to rain. You know, they didn't say 100% chance, but they were, you know, they were talking about 60% chance, and it did rain. They fired me when I went up on the number, and they got somebody doing it now. But I tend to think that the people that are doing it now, they're the owners. The owners are actually doing the property, but her son-in-law is. That's how it was before I started doing it. And I did that property for about 5 years. But when COVID hit, their business kind of went down. And then when this season started, I had to go up on the number over there, because their expectations were just, I was spraying over there, doing the bushes over there, and they were like, you know, not adding to the money. And then they were even calling me about, you know, things that didn't get weed eated, but then they'd see that I sprayed it, you know, and then they expected me to do the bushes without any extra money either. And I'll go on and tell y'all the number. So when I got into that, when I started doing that one, the number was $150 a month. Twice a month I'd go over there, and get this, I could only really go on a Saturday or a Sunday. But the fact that me and Drew did those 4 or 5, 4 yesterday, that puts us in a good scenario. And you know, and that's all planned. That don't happen by accident. That's all planned. I planned that because I saw this rain, what little we did get coming. And if you can take care of 4 properties that are kind of, you know, all over the place, it don't really make no, that could actually go on any route, you know, then that'll bode well for us later in the week. So as soon as I got home from doing those 4 properties, and you know, I got a text message from the guy with the 16 acres out there in Noonan, with the big cut, with the big beautiful house and the big fields that we cut. So to incorporate that in this week, well, that makes it even more beneficial that we worked yesterday, you know, because if we hadn't done that work yesterday, and then the rain, missing a day today, then I probably would not, and it's supposed to rain again on Wednesday, I most likely would not have been able to get to that property this week, which directly reflects on the bottom line, right? We're here, so a lot of times what I'll do with my customers, well, just about all my customers, I do this. Up to the, you know, if their trash can is out by the road, I'll push it up to the house. I do that on all the customers. If there's a newspaper laying out here that, you know, that ain't 10 years old, I'll grab it and throw it on the front porch. Because 9 times out of 10, you know, a lot of my customers, they are elderly, and the reason they hire me is because they can't get around like, you know, like they could at one time. Gonna do a little more spraying over here. I'll probably charge them a little bit more money if I have to do any spraying. I'm gonna talk to them about it. But y'all can see where the spray worked pretty good all up through there. See, y'all can see all the spray, and it'll take a minute to get everything in order. I should have brought me some rice seed. I'll get those rice seed right there just to kind of see, you know. But that tree right there, he's wanting to take that tree and trim that tree way up. And he's wanting to get all the brush out from around these trees. See, the bobcat can come over here and get all these saplings out from around these trees in no time. So I could easily come over here and in one morning make $500, you know, and not even have to really. Yeah, I'd probably have to have a guy on the ground, you know, just to kind of. Well, maybe not. You never know. But and see, this is his first year he's been with me, so in the off season, even if I don't have time just before we get too heavy in the lawn care, if I got time, I may bring the skid steer over here and clear some of this out. But if not, that money will be here in the fall, and then I can actually do it all in the fall. And then so next season, all that stuff will be cleaned up. But I may get over here if we have some ugly days, because I can come over here in the rain and do that, or the wet, you know. Well, the bobcat's gonna tear the ground, and yeah, but he don't care nothing about all that. He you know, and you see all the low-lying brush. You know, some of it ain't so low anymore. Some of it's, you know, 30 feet, 25 feet. And, you know, just go around each tree, each pine tree, and get all the green out around it so you can kind of see through. I'm going to talk to him about that today, and I may be able to schedule that, you know, because one thing that I'm seeing, y'all, is since I've had the two guys out here consistent, is that we're really being very efficient. And so there's going to be a point in time where we start, where we're going to be, you know, at 4 days a week. Yeah. And it's kind of been my little plan all along the way, because I want to be able to spend one day, you know, doing the bobcat work, and kind of just migrate a little, you know, each year. See, last year I wasn't doing any bobcat work. We were just doing the lawns. But see, I've gotten more efficient with the lawns, and I've dropped some of the critical ones, just like I talk about, you know, being able to be more efficient and not have to drive so far for one property. And I'm already reaping the benefits of that, time-wise. Now, money-wise, not so much yet, but that's coming. That's coming. Anyway, I'll kick back with y'all guys. All right, y'all. Let me get that dust. That's some real dust. That ain't no SG dust. It's real dust. Working dust, y'all. Working dust. That's from working. Okay, y'all. So, y'all see how thick this is right here? Now, I got this mower set on, and this is the Exmark. I got it set on 2.75, okay? And I could probably get away cutting this on 3, but it being a monthly and all, I'm trying to cut it to where it's a little bit lower. But like up there around the house right there, I cut that on 2.5. But the grass is a little wet, so even the Exmark is leaving scragglers, and that's usually not the case. This is going to be a little comparison on the cut. This is just to kind of know, all you guys that follow the channel know regular, but you know. So this right here, this mower right here is a Exmark Lazer Z. It's a 2019 Exmark Lazer Z X Series 60-inch deck. It's got the 29 horsepower Cowie on it. Y'all see. And it's got 1,684 hours, y'all. Okay, 29 horsepower. Okay, I got the setting on this mower on 2 3/4, as you can see. Let's make sure everybody can see that. 2 3/4. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run a line with that with the Exmark, and we're gonna compare it when I run the line with the Scag. This Scag here is a 2020 Turf Tiger 2. It's a 52-inch deck. It's got the 31 horsepower Vanguard engine on it. One thing about Scag, y'all, is they make a beautiful mower. I mean, the mower just looks really good. This has the 31 horsepower Vanguard on it. It does not have the 12 tires. This one does. So, yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a line up through here. I'm gonna put y'all on the tripod right there. I'm gonna run a line up through here with the Exmark. And then I'm gonna come back right here, and the camera's gonna be going the whole time. Then I'm gonna run the same line with the Scag. And I'm just gonna start out here in the middle. I'm not gonna get on either end. I'm gonna go right up the middle here and do an Exmark. And then I'm gonna go over about 5 feet. And then I'm gonna do the Scag. And we'll be able to see the difference. I expect both mowers to leave scragglers, okay? I do, because the grass is a little wet. It's pretty thick up here. It's the thickest part of the yard, this little area right here, from here to the tall grass back there. So, yeah. All right, y'all. Do the Exmark right here, okay? Can y'all see that? Yeah. So the Exmark, I'm going right up this middle of this patch right here. Y'all see? Okay. Okay. The grass further, but the mouth of the deck is not as wide. See, on the Scag mower, the mouth is really wide, so it could be throwing as much grass as the Exmark, but it's more spread out, so you don't see it. And y'all know I'm super critical of Scag, so yeah. Anyway, so now we're gonna go over here in front of the Scag mower here, right? And we're going to do a line right here in the middle here. Yeah. Okay. Right. And it's the same grass, same everything. And then we'll look at it. And just for the record, you guys see the Scag mower's on 2 3/4. Okay. So. Scag did pretty good. Y'all see it left a couple little scragglers there, but it did pretty good, and it did not appear like it was throwing as much grass, but it cut just as short as the Exmark. So yeah, and that's the comparison, y'all. And I will say this, and I don't know if it's because it's a lot newer, the Scag here only has like 92 hours on it, something like that. Not a lot. 96 hours on it. So one thing about the Scag's a faster mower. It's faster. I don't know if it's because it's lighter or because the pumps are brand new or what. I think it's got the same pumps as the Exmark. But y'all can see the Scag, right? And there's the Exmark, okay? So y'all can, you know, I gotta say, man, there's not that much of a difference. But the Exmark seems to throw the grass more. But like I said, I think the mouth on the Scag is throwing just as much grass, but it's dispersing it. It might be even dispersing it better. Now, I know in reverse the Scag's not going to cut as good, so that's going to be the next test here, okay? So we're going to set it up right here, and we're going to go into some of this right here. We're just going to go backwards about 20 feet with each mower, okay? can see the lobs of grass that it left in there. So now we're gonna put the Exmark right here in the center here and back it up through there. Okay, so you guys can see this is the Scag going backwards, okay? And y'all can see, I mean, it's not bad, but y'all can see like there's a big lump of grass right there, look. See? And then see, it just leaves grass everywhere going backwards. And a lot of times the reason that you're going backwards, at least for me, is I'm trying to blow the grass a certain way, going to the wood line or whatever. But y'all can see all that grass, right? And this is the Scag side all the way up, okay? And this is what I like about the Exmark. Look, there ain't no, there's nothing, you know? Little scalp right there from where we hit a hole, but there's no grass, no piles of grass nowhere. So in reverse, the Exmark wins by a landslide, and that's a pretty big deal to a guy like me, because a guy like me is always doing properties like this, and I like to be able to you know, go backwards to blow the grass away from where I'm or blow it to the wood line. And I know I could buy, you know, I could buy a chute blocker and all that to be able to go forward all the time, but I don't like having to go forward all the time. Sometimes it's quicker to go backwards in certain areas, especially on some of these lawns where they're so small. You know, by the time you go down and turn around and come back and catch the line, you don't wasted a bunch of time. You know, so that's it in a nutshell, y'all. Y'all see it, and that's a review. You know, that's an honest. I mean, y'all saw it. Everything is legit, man. Got no reason to lie. But I gotta say, y'all, in summation here, the Scag did a lot better than I thought it would. I'm noticing a few things about the Scag that I didn't really notice last year. Because some of the guys have pointed out things that I didn't know. You know, the mouth of the deck is wider. You know, so the grass is coming out. It's just not coming out in like the Exmark is, because of the fact that it's a wider disbursement. So instead of it being, I don't know, 1.5 feet wide or 10 inches wide on that one, you know, when it blows the grass out, and the Scag is, you know, probably 30% wider at the mouth here. So that makes a difference on the volume of grass and not being able to see how much grass is really throwing, because it disperses it. It probably does disperse it better. Anyway, battery's gonna go dead in the camera. I just kind of want to show y'all that, and I gotta finish this job, y'all. What the hell? See ya.